Donnie, tonight, breaking their trap seemed to be as vital to the outcome tonight as anything they were trying to trap, and he just wouldn't let them. I know he had 9 turnovers, but can you talk about Donnie and his poise tonight in a big game for him?
Terrific. We thought they'd pressure. We thought they'd attack him, and he did some amazing things. The turnovers, some of it was our guys dropping the ball, but I mean, he was so poised, so under control, and just really, really delivered in the moment.
This was a game that, whether he wants to say it or not, didn't have some meaning to him, obviously, right? California school being one of them, he had some teammates on the team. Did you see anything tonight that showed that this game was bigger than it should have been for him?
No. No, I thought his approach, I mean, UCLA certainly is one of the brands in college basketball, but I don't think there's any bitterness. Oh, they didn't recruit me. I think Donnie really likes where he's at, and I think he really appreciates just the situation that he has. So I didn't see anything extra. I've never really been about that personally, and I didn't sense that from anybody.
You just set it up, but I'll ask anyway. How nice was this to be a friend in Mick Cronin? Mean anything extra to you?
No, Mick, I would dream of having the career that Mick has had, the consistency that he's had. I'm fortunate that New Mexico, gave me an opportunity. I'm having a blast, being a part of this. I really believe in it. I believe in our fans. But who we beat, none of that matters to me.
The points off turnovers, I know you guys had 24 turnovers, which I imagine you're not pleased with, but 21 points off their 21 turnovers, you have to be pretty happy with.
Yeah, I think defensively we were as connected as we've ever been. And that's coming off of a bad defensive performance versus Nichols. Credit to our guys. They came to work the last 2 days of practice. They were dialed in. They understood it. And that's why you learn from all those games. And the Nichols game was really good for us.
Nelly was big in the first half, not nearly as much in the second half, but you guys still kind of never really let them. I think they cut it down to 8 at one point, maybe.
Yeah.
You guys kept punching back. So without Nelly, was there something to take from the fact that you didn't need Nelly the whole game?
Well, I think I told them at halftime, make them stop Nelly or Donnie. I think Nelly was really good in the post. Donnie was obviously really good in those ball screens. They started trapping Nelly, trying to get the ball out of his hands, which smart move. I think Nelly is one of the best bigs out there, certainly in our conference. And he went toe-to-toe. Bilodeau is a good player, but I thought Nelly was really good as well.
I guess you guys scheduled this game for a reason. You guys overscheduled for a reason. Satisfying, I imagine, to get a start like this with these games that you probably overscheduled a bit?
Yeah, you never know necessarily what you're scheduling anymore because of transfer portal. I know Mick's team is going to be way better in January, and so will we because of all the transfers and who's leaving, JT, all those things. But, I've got a lot of respect for San Diego State and Boise and those teams that have really elevated their program, and that's what we're trying to do as well. We certainly know we've got an elite fan base, but we want to have an elite program. In order to do that, you got to schedule the non-conference.
CJ, 13 points, 8 for 8 at the free throw line was pretty big, especially after a rough opening night for him as a transfer, shooting 1 for 9 the other night in the pit, but answered the bell really well tonight, I thought.
Did a great job. He's a veteran. The free throws were great under pressure situations, and that's why you sign a guy like CJ to deliver in those moments.
Last one for me is just, was this really about beating the guy that wears a suit?
Yeah. Chalk went up for the good guys, the quarter zips. No, I think
that would mean something.
Yeah. That one means more than beating a friend. But great win for our program. We'll enjoy it tonight, and we'll go home tomorrow and move on.
All right, Donnie, I've asked you before, and you've always said kind of the same thing, but now that it's over, you guys just beat UCLA. Anything extra to you?
Hometown kid from there, never got off from them. It was a little bit of a personal game for me. A couple players on their team, so I wanted to win this one bad. I think the whole team did, and we came out and did a great job executing.
You broke they were trapping all over the court, right? They were doing some full court trap. They were trapping Nelly in the second half. So that one wasn't so much on you, but every time they trapped, you seem to break it. Just, one man, trap breaker and press breaker. Did you know they were going to come at you that much?
We knew from the start. We heard, we watched their previous game against, I think it was Rider University or something like that. They pressed the whole game on their point guard. We knew that they were going to blitz me a lot on the ball screens, full court traps, everything. I think Coach P put a lot of trust in me with the ball there, even though I had a couple of dumb turnovers. So just him putting the trust in me just gave me confidence to keep going with the ball and just being smart with it.
I will ask you about those numbers since you just brought them up, and you did end up with 9 turnovers. I don't know if you. I'm guessing that's the most.
No, that's the most I've ever had in a game.
Not all of them were your fault, but that happens sometimes, right? Do you feel like that was more their pressure, or was it mistakes?
No, I think it was just mistakes on my side. I was telling Coach B at halftime my bad because I knew I made a couple bad reads. He still was he's like, no one's gonna look back at this and say you had 5 turnovers at half. Just keep playing. He just put so much confidence in me, and I respect him so much as a coach for that because he just kept telling me to go with it.
What happened to your knee?
Slipped in another wet spot, re-aggravated a little previous knee injury from a couple weeks ago, so just hoping to rehab it and get better.
Was that an initial kind of oh shit kind of moment?
Yeah, me and the trainer, we knew that it was definitely it was the same knee, same area, just hurt a little bit more this time, a little less adrenaline. It just felt the same pressure, it just didn't feel too great.
Did you hear them when you came out?
I did. I appreciated the support from the fans. They always look out for me, so it was very good and it gave me a lot of adrenaline to get back in the game.
How many family members did you have here?
I had 18.
18?
18 family members.
What did they tell you afterwards?
They were just making fun of me for my turnovers.
They were?
That's all my family does. They're hard on me, but I love them to death. They support me through everything. They were just making fun of me for my turnovers.
Nelly had another first half anyway. Nelly was a monster, and then they really took him out of it second half. But you guys never let them get back into it. I think they cut it to 8 at one point, and that was about it. How did you guys do that without Nelly in the second half?
I think more so the fact that the whole team just started contributing. Nelly did a great job in the first half. Dominated, kept us the lead, did everything we needed him to. They took him away, but we're so deep as a team that all the other weapons just started hitting, connecting, and it just fell all into place in the second half.
You guys had 21 points off their 21 turnovers. Is this like last year? Can you guys be a team that has a lot of points off turnovers?
I know the first 2 games were rough for us defensively. We zoned in, watched film, got better in practice the last 2 days. And that was, if not us, better than last year at defense, guarding the ball, being in gaps, helping each other. So I think that was all around great defensive performance for the team.